Oh, there you are, YouTube. This crazy kid sitting in the sink. Hey, we gotta get you out of there. You're not supposed to do that, okay? Do you need help getting out? You want to stay in there?
Yeah.
You do want to stay in there? No? Which is it? I think you're having a lot of fun. They look so pretty with the snow on them. We got a little bit of snow last night, making the trees look real pretty. Love it. I love that look right there. Got the bushes and those tall, what are they, cypress trees? And then in the distance, those really tall trees. Are you having fun in the snow? Sissy, I think Sissy's in the front yard with Mama. This is where all the sloppy snow is.
There's no snow out front on the right side of the
Oh, really?
yard.
Beautiful. Love a gnarly tree with snow on the branches.
Oh, you're wiping it off.
Your very first snowball? Are you guys going to throw them at each other? Just out into the world?
Here's a bigger one. You want a bigger one, Noah?
Hey, throw it at your sister. It's so funny, it all melted right there. Yeah, go throw it.
There, or you could throw it at the tree and then it would explode.
Yeah, throw it right here. Throw it right here. You want to throw it at the tree? Do it. Try again.
You got some, here,
Wow, that was a good toss.
some snowballs?
You want to throw it again at the tree? Okay. Line it up, if that's a thing, and then throw it at the tree.
You know who else you can throw it at?
The ball at me. Throw the snowball at me.
Watch Mommy do it. Ready?
Watch.
And then it breaks apart when it hits. You want me to do it again? Oh, you want to throw it at Mommy? Throw it.
Mommy building you a snowman?
Maybe we can try to give him a little tiny nose, huh? It's not going to be a carrot. Here, set him down for a minute.
Ooh,
He has a little nose now.
look at that.
You think we can give him some eyes? Like maybe tiny. Oh no!
Oh, there goes his head.
I don't even know how I put it.
There we go. One eye.
We need some more. See, we need it to snow more, so that. Look!
Two eyes. Look at that.
Did Mommy make a tiny snowman?
Yes.
You want to hold it? Be gentle. Uh-oh, see?
Oh.
Here. What if we took that and then
Look
hold
at
him
you.
gently? Okay, let me get a picture.
Oh.
Okay. Here, let me get a picture. Oh,
That's so cute.
is he cute?
Such a great spot for him to live.
Oh.
Oopsies. Their very first snowman. Small enough to fit in the palm of their hand. Today, I finally watched my first movie of 2021, and that movie was Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, which is pretty cool because 2021 is the 20th anniversary of that film. Because it came out in 2001, it did come out in December of 2001, so the official anniversary is a ways off, quite a ways off. But if we're talking in terms of just years, we have hit that 20-year mark from when Lord of the Rings came out, the very first film, Fellowship of the Ring, to now, well, to this year, which is pretty wild. I can't believe something that I felt pretty grown up when it was, I felt pretty grown up when that movie was released. I was, gosh, I would have just turned, or I would be, I will have, it was around, I was either 17 or 18, basically. Can't remember the exact date, but that month I was either 17 or 18, which is pretty wild that 20 years after that, I still feel like Lord of the Rings is a fresh movie. Like, it doesn't feel like an old movie to me. It feels pretty recent, like in my mind. Like, yeah, Lord of the Rings is not that old. It's almost an antique. 25 years to be an antique. That is almost an antique movie. Still looks great. Happy to report. I did multitask during this movie. In the previous vlog, I was talking about how I wasn't sure what I was going to do in terms of the type of movie I would begin this new year with. Would it be a movie that I've never seen before? A movie that I'm familiar with and I will watch it? Or would it be a movie that I'm familiar with and will multitask during? That's the word. And it ended up being that. I was flipping back and forth though. Like, I wasn't just staring at my computer screen working. I was working and then watching some, I mean, it's a long movie, right? Working, watching the movie, going back to working, etc. I did only watch the theatrical version. I did not watch the extended. I watched it on Hulu. I also know it is on HBO Max, pretty sure anyway. And I have it on DVD, have the extendeds on DVD. I have the regulars, actually, do I have the extendeds on Blu-ray? I don't know. I don't know. I think I have the regulars. I'm pretty sure I have the regulars on Blu-ray, otherwise I would watch them on Blu-ray. But I only watch my extended DVDs. So yeah, on Blu-ray I have the regulars gifted to me. So yeah, those don't get watched as often, especially they won't now because streaming. But it's always good to have physical media, in my opinion, because those you can't, you can't always keep those streaming services. You may need to cut the fat a little bit, get rid of one here and there for a few months, gain that money, then back on for a few months, and internet could shut down someday. Who knows? And then it's like, well, now I have no movies for those people who aren't collectors of physical media. I am, but I am not very specific with the types. Like, I know people who only do steelbooks. I know people who only do 4K. I mean, I still buy DVDs. I go to secondhand shops and get my physical media, and basically the only thing I look for is to make sure it's in its original format. Like, if it was a full screen movie when it was released in cinemas, I want it to be a full screen movie. I don't want them to chop it into a widescreen movie. If it was a widescreen movie, when it hit cinemas, I don't want it full screen. So that's what I look for, that it is presented in its original theatrical presentation. That's all I care about. Because, I don't know, I don't know. That's all that's really important to me. The picture quality DVD is good enough for me. I mean, my left eye is not that good anyway, so even if I had 4K, I wouldn't know what I'm looking at. that I'm looking at something any better. Left eye is just, blur, looking at blur. This one here works really well. So I guess if I just watched a 4K movie with my right eye, then I would be blown away. But this one's over here, blurring things up a little bit. And I still watch VHS, obviously with VHS, growing up, I wasn't as aware of aspect ratios, so most of those are in full screen that I have. And that's just because that's what was out there, that's what I was buying. I don't even think some of the movies were offered in widescreen. If they were, I didn't know about it. That's where there's an exception. But when it comes to the DVDs and Blu-rays, the DVDs, I think is where you find this more. I'm always making sure that I have the theatrical aspect ratio available when possible. But yeah, I think Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring was a great film to start with because of that anniversary. Also, it's just epic. It's not just some random movie. So, I don't know, it just felt good. Also, when they're up in the mountains, it's super cold, there's snow everywhere, and it's snowy outside today, as you saw in the, the snow video, the snow portion of the video. So, yeah, it was awesome. I don't know, I love the music. It's such a good film, and I think it should have won Best Picture, actually. The lineup it was up against was not very strong in my memory. The winner was A Beautiful Mind, and I like A Beautiful Mind, but I wouldn't have given Beautiful Mind Best Picture. Moulin Rouge was also nominated. I do like Moulin Rouge a lot, and I would have been happy with a Moulin Rouge win, but I still would have said Fellowship deserves the win. I probably would have given Two Towers the win also. I'm pretty sure that was a weak year. Oh no, was that a strong year? That was a strong year. Chicago. What else? There were The Hours. Gosh. I remember that being a strong year. But I still would have given it to Lord of the Rings just because of the achievements of the craft. And then Return of the King, that did win. I would have given it the win. Lost in Translation, which it was up against, is also a very good movie. But in the end, I'd still give it to Lord of the Rings. I would have given Lord of the Rings a Best Picture sweep. All three. Personally, that's what I would have done. And then, maybe, how a lot of people say that the Academy sort of looked at it as one film and they were just sort of waiting for the third one to come out to give it all the accolades and rewards. I think what I would have done, like if I was the sole Academy member, I would have given Best Picture to all three, and then the below the line awards, I would have sort of spread the wealth the way in which they did. Like the first movie, maybe not give as much to Lord of the Rings there with the below the line stuff. Same thing with Two Towers, but then when it came to the final film, do as they did, and then, give them all the awards. One thing, though, for the third film, Return of the King, I don't really need to get into this too much because I'm, more focused on Fellowship, but Sean Astin should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and he should have won. Sorry, Tim Robbins. It shouldn't have gone to you. It should have gone to Sean Astin. He should have been nominated. Yeah, definitely. I would have gotten rid of Alec Baldwin from The Cooler. I would have said, sorry, you're not nominated. And I would have placed Sean Astin in there. And while Tim Robbins would still be in the lineup, he wouldn't be the winner. It would have been Sean Astin. That's how I would have done that. But anyway, I'm very happy with my first film of the year choice. It wasn't a Tom Cruise movie. I also mentioned in the previous vlog that A lot of times when I start the new year, I will start with a Tom Cruise film. I will cruise, get it? Or should I wink that eye? Get it? Cruise into the new year. But I didn't do it this year. I Elijah Wooded into the new year. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.